All right, so our feet are directly underneath our hips. Our heart is elevated. Arms are relaxed out to the sides. We're going to shield our eyes and just bring our focus to breath. Deeply in through your nose. And then opening your mouth as you exhale and just release that breath. Feet rooted into the earth. Shoulders relaxed. Breathe. Soft eyes. As we inhale, our shoulders are going to lift up towards our ears. Inhale. Thinking about your fingers floating down to the earth as you exhale. Fingers float. Inhale as the shoulders rise. And then fingers floating to the earth. Relax. Relax your shoulders. Inhaling. Relax. One more time. Inhale. And our shoulders are going to relax all the way. We're going to bring our hands to our heart. Just relax your shoulders. As you inhale, you're going to reach your hands up to the sky. And as you exhale, your hands just float back into your heart. Energy up to the heavens as you inhale, stretch it. Exhale, hands float into your heart. Inhale as we reach, stretch. Hands float into our heart. One more time. Inhale, lifting up, stretching up. Hands float into our heart. Hands pause at the heart. Focus goes to our feet. As we inhale, we're going to lift our heels away from the. And as we exhale, our heels are just going to float back to us. Inhale, heels lifting up. Just working on our balance and floating down. Let's add the hands reaching up to the heavens. Lifting up, stretching up. Heels down, hands to heart. Inhale, lifting up, stretching, length. Heels down to the earth. One more time. Lifting up as we inhale, stretch. Heels come down, hands to the earth. Our palms are going to open and we're going to push out to the sides and stretch. Push both walls away from you. And just breathe. Pushing through both palms. And then the hands come back into your arms. Inhale. And as I said, we're going to push out to the sides. Open up your heart. Into the chest. Inhale. Hands push out, stretch out to the sides. Inhale, in. Exhale, push out, stretch out. One more time, inhale. Exhale, push out. Hands come back to earth. And then just relax your shoulders and take a breath. Lifting onto our toes, we're going to reach up to the heavens. Inhale. Exhale into your heart. We're going to inhale when we push open. And then exhale back into our heart. Lifting onto our toes, we're going to inhale. Floating down, exhale. Push out to the sides as we inhale. Open the chest. Exhale, come back to the center. And then we'll pause here and just take a few breaths. Releasing our hands, just shaking out our hands, raising energy in our hands. We're gonna pat our heels on the earth, pat, 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 just raise the energy in our legs. Breathe. And then easy, just pause. We're gonna lace our fingers together in front of us and start to tap. Open up the energy in our hands. Breathing. And then in between our fingers. Breathe. And then the opposite direction. Easy shaking up the hands. We're going to interlock our fingers behind us, elevate our heart, knees soft, and just take your right over to your right shoulder and just breathe. Opening the side of your neck. Breathing. And then our head comes center. And we're just going to change sides, opening the neck. Breathe. We're going to ease our head to the center. And we're going to make half circles. Ear to the shoulder, chin down to your collarbone. Pausing at the left shoulder. Breathe. And then just reverse direction. Just going side to side. Think about lubricating your neck here. Just side to side. You can judge the speed. Breathing. And we're going to go to side one more time, each side. Breathing. And then we're going to finish in the center. Release our hands to shake out and rock side to side. Pausing in the center, knees soft. We're going to start to shift our weight over to the right. Feet rooted into the earth. And then center and over to the side. We're going to come to the right side and look to the right. And then the focus comes center as we look to the left. Inhale. Look. Feet stay rooted into the earth. And just breathe. Just side to side. Breathing. Looking. We'll go side to side one more time, each side, wherever you are. And we're going to finish in the center. Easy little shake. Feel your chi flow. Our left hand is going to touch the small of your low back. Your right hand is going to touch your shoulder, left shoulder. And then we're going to look to the left. We're going to come through the center, hands reach out. And then the right hand is small of your low back, left hand on the shoulder and look right. And then we reach out to the center, inhale. And look. Inhale. Reaching and look. Reaching out, breathing. And then we're just going to start to make it a little more fluid and just pick up the pace. Make sure you pat your low back and pat your shoulder. Pat the low back and your shoulder. Breathe. Patting the low back and the shoulder. Just raising some energy. Breathing. We're going to do 4 more. 4. Wherever you are in 3. 1 more time, wherever you are. Come to the center and just shake out. Pat your heels on the earth. Pat, pat, pat. Breathe. Raising that chi. And then easy, we're going to pause, knees soft. Sinking the chi. Gathering energy. Bringing it into your center. And then just floating that energy back to you. Inhale, gather. Into your heart. Hands floating. Sinking the chi, gather into your heart. Hands float all the way down. Let's do that one more time. Gather into your heart. Hands float all the way down. Shifting weights. 100% this time goes over to the right side. Left foot is empty. Starting with 10% shift. Left side shifting. 50%, 60. We want to take our body weight and energy into the earth so your knees are bent. And then there's a little lift at the end. Body weight and energy into the earth. Breathe. We're going to shift to the right. Empty the foot. And then we're just going to step in. And then step open. Shift your weight. Breathe in. Empty foot. And then we're going to step in. Easy come to the center. Energy into the earth. Relax your shoulders. Sinking the chi. Gather. Into hands float down. Gathering energy. Hands float down. Twice more, sinking the chi into us. One more breath. In. Hands are going to float all the way down. We're going to shift our weight over, shift, and step in. The left foot, this is going to step forward just a little. You're going to bend into the knee, and then push back. Bend into your front knee, push back, and step in. We're going to step open, shift, breathe. Step in, take a step forward, bend the knee, and back, and bend the knee. And this time you step back in, and we step open. Soften. Little handshake. We're going to bring our hands up to our chest. We're going to push energy away. Fingers down to the earth. And you're going to pull energy back. Shoulders relaxed. You push away. Drop your fingers. And then pull the energy back. Push. Fingers down, pull. One more time, we push away. Fingers down, we're going to pull back. And then our hands float back to the earth. Sinking the chi, gather into your heart. Hands float down. And we gather. This is our little break. Hands float down. Shoulders relax. Twice more. Breathe in. And in. One more time, we gather into our heart. Hands float down. We're going to shift our weights. Step in. Hands to our heart. We're going to step forward. We're going to push. And then you pull that energy back to you. And then you push. You pull back and step in. And soften. Step open. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Hands up, step in and push. And we pull. And we push. and we pull, step in, and step open. Energy into you. Hands are going to come up. We're going to push out to the side. Push. Think about pushing both walls away from you and just breathe. And then your hands float all the way down. Sinking the chi, gather into our heart, floating down. One more time, gather into us, and our hands float. We're going to reach out to the side, step in, hands to heart, and we push, and we pull, and we push, and we pull. Foot steps in, we step open and push out, shift, hands come in, and then we push, and we pull, and we push, and we pull. Hands reach out, push out to the center. Hands float all the way down. Easy little shake out. Breathe. Let's just step our legs in and give our legs a little shake. Breathe. Our feet are going to step a little wider. Our toes point slightly upward. Our knees and heels are in line. Our hands are on our hips. Chest up tall. Sitting down into our legs. Breathe. Starting to warm the quadriceps. Shake out your hands. Opening the door. We're going to gather energy from earth as we rise up in the legs. Flex your palms and just pull the energy back down. We're going to just relax here and imagine we're riding a wave. Tide comes in, tide moves out. Just relax your eyes and just feel the motion. Riding the wave. Melting down. Breathe, flow. One more time. Inhale. Pull down. Easy, just a little rock outside to side. Shake up, feel your chi. Breathe. Hugging the tree, our hands are going to reach out. Like a circle, you're going to come down and hug the tree. And then lift the tree up, chest rises. Hands float down. Reach out. Come down and hug your tree. Lifting the tree up. Let your hands float down. Reach out. Come down and hug the tree. Lifting up. Hands float down. One more time, reach out. Hug the tree, hug. Lift up. Hands come down. Easy little shake outside the side. Pausing in the center. Soften your knees, relax your hands forward. Opening the door. You're gonna lift the energy. Flex your palms and pull down. Lifting the energy in. Flex and pull down. Twice and inhale. Pull down. One more time. Pull down. Hold down. You're going to reach out. Hug the tree. And then lift the tree up. We're going to elbows open out to the side. Embracing the moon, right hand goes on top. Left hand scoops underneath, we're holding the moon. And we're just gonna soften our body. Flip the moon over as you inhale. Sink down into your legs as you exhale. Embracing the moon. Sink. Embracing the moon. Sink. Embrace. One more time in place. And sink. Rise up, we're gonna hold the moon right in the middle. Soften your knees and just breathe. Relax your eyes. Notice your chi. Soft eyes are gonna open. Let's shake out our hands. Shake out our legs. Chi flow. Let's step wide again. Knees, toes, heels in line, chest up. Relax your hands. We're gonna open the door. Inhale. Flex, bend your knees and pull down. Inhale. Rise. Pull down. Twice more. Lifting up. Pulling down. One more time. Feel that energy in your hands. Stay down. We're gonna reach out and hug the tree. And then lift it up. Inhale, open. Embrace the moon, right hand comes on top. Flip the moon over, inhale. Sink. Twice more. Up. And sink. One more time. We're gonna rise up, we're gonna lose our left hand. Fingers open, thumb points up, hand lower than your eyes. We're gonna shift our weight over to the left. And then we're gonna shift right to the center. Eyes follow your hand, a little rotation at the end. And then just release your hand. Hand floats up, below your eyes. Follow. And easy release. Shift your weight, shift. Easy flow across. And release our hand. Over to the right side. We're gonna hold, lose your right hand. Left hand floats up, fingers open, thumb up. Easy through your center. Rotate a little your waistline. Shift your weight. Feet are rooted into the earth. Shifting. Pulling down. Breathe. Shift. Pull down. We're going to go over to the left side and hold. Our right hand floats up. Our left hand now facing the earth. It's going to be the wind that pushes our cloud across the sky. A little rotation in your waistline. Shift your hands, shift your weight, and go across. Waving hands like clouds. Energy in that bottom hand pushing. Shift. Breathe. Shift. Breathe. We're going to go over to the left side. Reach out and hug the tree. Bring the tree to center. Inhale. Fingers in. Palms to the earth. Hands float down. Easy little shake. We're going to bring our hands on our upper thighs and just a little sit down, sitting back in your hips, breathing. We're going to take the left shoulder over and then come back to the center. Stretch over, breathe. Inhale, center, stretching the shoulder. Breathe. Inhale. And stretch your shoulder. Breathe. Inhale. Twice more, just opening up our upper back muscles, stretching. One more time. Stretch. Come center. Step in. Shake out and feel that chi flow. Breathe. Center. Chest up tall. Relaxing our hands. Breathe. Let's sink the chi. Gather. Into your heart. Hands forward. One more time, you're going to sink the chi. Gather into us. Hands float all the way down. We're going to push out and shift our weight. Step in. And then we push. Fingers down, pull back. And then we push. Left hip slides back. Open up and push out. Breathe. In, hands to heart. Pushing forward, bend into the knee, push. And we pull. Then we push. Pull and step in. We're gonna push open and step really wide. Open up your feet. Soften. Shake out your hands. One more time, we're gonna open the door. We're lifting the energy. Pull down. Inhale, lift. Bend the knees and pull down. Twice more, lift. Pull down. One more time. Pull down and hold. Hands reach out to hug the tree. Hug your tree. You lift up. Inhale. Embrace the moon, right hand on top and sink. Inhale. And sink. Twice more, inhale. And sink. One more time. We're gonna rise to the top, reach to the left, and wave hands like clouds. Shift your hands, shift your weight, waving our hands like clouds. Breathe, shift, following your top hand. Energy in that bottom hand, pushing the cloud across the sky. Breathe, shifting, waving hands like clouds. Just enjoy the move, enjoy your breath. Our word for today is flow. So we're just going to go with the flow. And flow is faith and love and optimism and wisdom. We're going to go over to the left side and hug the tree. Bring the tree to the center. Inhale. Open. Hands on our upper thighs. We're just going to come down. Stretching our shoulder, a little stretch. And center. And left. And center. Twice more stretch. Come center. One more time. We stretch. Come center. Sit down. Rise up and step in. Easy little shake out through your cheek. Ready position, right thumb right below your belly button. Left hand on top, let's relax our eyes. Lower jaw to end breath. Inhaling into your hands. Feel the breath move into your hands. Opening our mouth, exhale, and feel the breath leave your belly. And then just continue here, taking long, deep breaths. Experiencing them moving in and out. Long, deep. Relax the muscles in your face. And just breathe. Always finding our flow. Faith, love, optimism, and wisdom. Our mantra for today, I am flexible and flowing. Our mantra, I am flexible and flowing. Soft eyes, you're gonna open. Hands come up, we'll rub our hands together, a little energy. We're gonna step in, right hand makes the fist, left hand comes on top. And here we say thank you and namaste. Enjoy the rest of your week.